So, one aspect of the growth mindset that is really important to do both as a teacher and as a parent is to understand what exactly to do when students do something good. A lot of times, parents or teachers might say something like, I like the way you tried all kinds of strategies on that math problem until you finally got it. Um, that would be a good thing to say. But you could also say that in a way that was not helpful and that would reinforce a fixed mindset. And that could be like this one, which is, wow, how did you get that math problem? You're so smart. And then saying that someone is smart, you'd think that that would be a positive thing. Uh, but that actually can foster stagnation and maybe the student not necessarily trying their best. Another example here, a another fixed mindset right below that one. See, I told you that would be easy. You're smart. So once again, we're reinforcing a fixed mindset where they can just do it because of their innate intelligence. Next one, nice job. You got an A without even trying. Well, that's not necessarily good either because they're not trying and they're still doing well. The other way you could say both of these for the second one down, it was a long, hard assignment, but you stuck it out and got it done. That's great. For the third one down, for the student who gets an A without ever trying. All right, that was too easy for you. Let's do something more challenging that you can learn from. So you're seeing how we're encouraging positive growth, and we're trying to get kids to realize that they should be trying no matter what level they're achieving at. So moving on, we also have something that we can look at here with respect to the fixed mindset and your individual situation. So this is from like the actual learner. What you desire to stretch and grow, to try things and take risks because you can. That would be a growth mindset. The fixed mindset, and a lot of our students, especially students who are either really struggling or students who are um, doing really well, they might get very comfortable or be very fixed in their mindset where they could be to look smart or talented in every situation, never to fail. They actually will stop pushing themselves and just become comfortable with what they know they're good at, and that can become a real problem if left unchecked. Now, I would encourage you to stop video, pause it, and watch. I'm going to get rid of my face here so you can see the entire thing and read through these because they are really helpful. And I think both parents and teachers could definitely understand a situation where you think a student is failing or not really caring, but in reality, they might just be in this fixed mindset. On the other end of the spectrum, you might have a student that's doing very well, but not making gains year on end. And eventually that might catch up with, well, that will catch up with them, whether they realize it or not. So, what's our biggest challenge? Our biggest challenge is to redefine the math classroom and make it a creative process, one that we can get kids excited about, to design open lessons to allow the learners to feel encouraged, excited, creative, innovative, independent, and to leverage the fact that math is a multifaceted cooperative learning experience. And we need to prepare students for those new jobs of the future. And we may not know at this point what jobs are even going to be out there in 10 or 20 or 30 years. So, for students to be prepared for jobs that don't yet exist, they just need to be able to think through problems. And math is a great way to teach problem solving. It's also a great way to see patterns and pattern recognition. Calculation is actually the least important thing these days. Computers can do calculations for us. Computers aren't, however, very creative at this point. Creative is a human skill. Innovation is a human skill. And if we can leverage those things with our students, they will succeed. How to meet these goals, I've got a number of things down here. NASA Space Math is a really great website. Go to my website and find the link, or just type it in a search engine. Maker activities, like engineering design activities in labs. These are engaging. They require students to think through problems. They are encouraging. They can be either independent or with group work, and students have to communicate their ideas to each other. Theme projects. So if you can create some sort of a theme where students are designing a mathematical formula to solve a problem, or maybe they're designing some sort of I don't know. For instance, when I was in my student teaching, had to do a theme of Rome, and I made a trebuchet as a science teacher. So the students were to design a trebuchet of their own and do the calculations necessary to figure out how far the projectile would go, and do the precision and accuracy of where the marble lands in respect to their target, which was a castle wall made out of sugar cubes. And they try to figure out what's the percent error. So you've got a lot of options out there, especially in science classrooms, to integrate math in creative ways. To provide an environment with choices. Students should have choices. And I'm really excited that technology is coming into play for many schools on a one-to-one basis. I myself will be receiving students next year coming in with iPads, and I think I really want to make a web-based learning experience where students can use that one-to-one experience to make choices as to which assignments they want to do, and that can give them instant feedback, and maybe could provide them with a way of going above and beyond, creating number 6 here, a low floor but a high ceiling, so that I don't challenge kids too much with the required amount of understanding, but that I also don't produce a cap on their learning and a ceiling that could potentially stop kids from having to work hard, and to encourage them to work hard, because, as we said, that when you're struggling, you're learning things. Finally, have students interact with each other. Don't just have them sitting in their seat. Get them up and out of their seat. Get them into the lab. Get them outside. Get them in the hallway. Have them go around and ask questions to other students and get statistical information from each other. Take measurements, and just get them thinking, and realize that math is not necessarily always the clean way that it's represented in a textbook. That your answers aren't always going to be perfectly set up numbers that will be apparently right. That you need to actually use some logic and think through problems and use the creative methods that are going to be required for future jobs, because future jobs are not going to have textbook answers, and students need to be prepared for that. So finally, thank you for listening. I appreciate your time and hope you check out my website. If you're not already on it, it's http://mathincontext.weebly.com. All right, have a great day.